We're gonna see what cabinet this is.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So Mike did a side, I did a side. There's a bunch there. I don't think anybody's, is this even working? I don't know.
It's inside charging.
Oh, it's inside.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You got the
Sorry, he was using your charger.
No, it's alright.
Or was it, like, mine was barely charging. So that's good. I really trying to work with this cabinet, but I just need to get this shit done. Yeah. I wonder if I need to just use the bigger scraper and then just like go for it. Still not like. I wonder if I should have just left this overnight. We've got some red and blue.
Yeah.
I think Mike and I know what this is.
Yeah, that's looking pretty promising.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's because I used this product years ago that I was like, oh wow, it works great. Oh,
Yeah. Well, you never know.
I'm pretty sure it is what Mike and I think it is.
Yeah. If I had my phone out here, I'd Google the sonar for what it looks
I'm pretty sure this is it. Hope I'm not fucking it at you.
No.
I'm not just scraping into it too much.
Yeah. Not too much you can do, I guess.
That's a Williams logo right there.
Oh yeah, the blue W.
Yeah. Are you watching or?
Not yet.
Interesting. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. I'm pretty sure it is though. This is a really cool design out here. I might just leave it like this. You know, take all the black paint off this and just leave the design underneath here if I can. I'm gonna try a smaller style here. Maybe whatever we call this. ugly. So cool. Outlane, I think I do know what game it is underneath the paint. I don't want to give it away quite yet, but I'm pretty sure it's. I know it's a Williams game. I'll give you that. But yeah. Oh my God, Mike! It is. It is.
Yes, it is. I can see it right there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the other day I was like, oh, it has to be a joust, and I'm like, no, it's not the right profile. So.
That's freaking cool.
I hope that we can try not to cut into it too much. And
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to recover all that. It might have to just be painted over eventually. That's cool.
Yeah, we know now officially what it is.
Oh. Oh my God. So that noise right there. I should maybe have left this a little bit longer. Couple more minutes. If we can't scrape much more off of this, we'll just show on his phone, you know, to the camera here, what cabinet this actually is. But this is cool. It's really cool. I love that game too. So
yeah. I had a feeling from the front, from looking at the monitor size.
I wonder if anybody's guessed it. It's so cool though that Mike and I know what it is now. We know it already, but
somehow it's imperative that we get this out.
You have to do it today.
No, I know. I just meant like now that we know what it is, are we gonna put a name in it and run it?
I'm thinking of doing that, running it as a multi-Williams.
Yeah.
Would that be terrible instead of putting Tetris back in this? Like,
no, I think it would be cool to have a dedicated one for that.
See, I think I've accidentally went to that layer underneath it. I don't know if it's supposed to be white or if it's supposed to be like kind of a gray.
Yeah,
so this must have been a white primer that they put on.
Yeah, the whole satellite is that. Except for
show the camera this. So it's supposed to be.
I don't know how well that's, but
yeah, it's supposed to be a Robotron, 2084.
Yep, that's supposed to say 2084 down the side.
Yeah, so we got it's the red and blue Williams logo, and then I don't know which number is starting right here, but you can see the blue, red, and white.
Yep.
That would be on this cabinet.
Yep, that's what it is.
So that's a cool fucking find, and especially for $150, you know, or whatever the guy gave it to me for.
Yeah.
Picking the specifics, but yeah, I'm just really happy with this.
Geeky Black Sheep says, I feel falsely advertised too.
Yeah, as well as you should. Bearcade stripping live, yeah. I always do that shit as like, if it sounds like it's something that could be dirty, it's like I use the dirtiest title and then go with it. Yeah, let's jeez, now I got shit all over my hands, and I'm gonna hopefully the oh, of course the fucking camera angle. Of course, when I need to have all this shit all over my hands. I feel falsely advertised too. I love it. Oh, that side's coming off nicely. Yeah, I don't think we need to like sit a little bit longer. Ooh, yeah. Oh my. Wow. Maybe we could polish off. Geeky Black Sheep says, well, maybe I could polish off the joystick or something hot. Yeah, let's keep doing that. Yeah. Coming up with that sort of story. We've got a little deep in there, but that's fine. Yeah. No, that's okay. It's hard to know how much pressure to put down on it, because sometimes it won't come off, and then all of a sudden you're taking off like 2 layers underneath it. So it's not going to be perfect when we're done with it. Because like I might just take this black thing off and say call it a day. It's like this game's a rescue, honestly. I accidentally went too deep there too. The paint gets sticky, and because it's an oil based, yeah. Because those kind of tell if it's that color or that color that we need to get to on there. But I mean, if we can even get this. Oh, okay. I don't know who Geeky Black Sheep is, but I'm happy that he follows our channel and stuff. Always happy to see, people joining and having fun. So this side's not bugging. Maybe I should have went with the 1 gallon of this shit. Or maybe. I wonder if it's one of our friends that's Black people, if that's someone else. But Jesus Christ, how many times do they have to play that fucking thing again? Yes, they're playing that same fucking song at the park or wherever. Who the hell is it? It's yes. Yeah, they're playing it again. Like, how many times do they have to play this song? Married to a Canadian Bearcade myself. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm the youth. Wait, so Geeky Black Sheep says, long time lurker, 3rd time caller. Oh, thanks. Let's see. I'm the gay used to be twink from Ontario. Married to a Canadian Bearcade myself. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that big scratch like on the game. This is fucking great though. I wonder which direction I should stray. But what's there anything about like how to spray that? Like nothing. hopefully put more super strip on this thing. Yeah. This is so cool though. I like to put a lot of love and attention into my games, and I've never done like a full like restore of a game. Space Invaders would be the closest thing to it, you know. Yeah. Because I had to get my monitor situation figured out, you know, have it flipped in the right orientation and stuff. Orientation. There's no right orientation. And when it comes to the direction of which way your monitor needs to be on a certain game. That's the answer to that one. But yeah, I'm glad Geeky Black Sheep and whoever else is joining us and watching and stuff. This is cool. I wonder how shitty the connection is with having this way hell over here.
Seems alright.
But on the game, I don't know, team molding is going to come off. We're going to put fresh team molding on it. I don't know if we're going to paint over this or if we're going to just leave, you know, try to get it down to that and leave it. Just take the black paint off and then see how much we can clean this up and then maybe put a clear coat over it. I know it's probably not the proper way to do it. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, you need a full restore. I don't spend the money for that, honestly. But I want it to look cool. I want it to represent like the original game was on here. Except this Marquio register thing right there.
That's funny that that's the cab for this, and I have a really good condition marquee on my wall.
If I asked to buy it off of you. Or would that be like, no, that's staying on my wall. That'd be fun. That is a good coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Looks like it has a lot of gunky layers.
Yeah, it's oil-based paint, so I think it's oil-based paint. So it just really just gets stuck to it. So now you can see me put this delicious, well, don't eat it, but you know, this citrus strip on it. Not to go too much into it. Yeah, you know, not to be honest with it, like I need to just stuff black off of us just to get it, you know. Over here it doesn't matter as much because over here is all the logo and everything. Yeah. So fucking love it. It's really not bad for the price we paid for it. Really. They drilled fucking holes in it though. Look at these stupid assholes were just like, I'm guessing it's not the guy that had it for 20 years. So this sat in the guy's cabinet or in a trailer, an enclosed trailer from 2005, and now it's 2025, right? Yeah. So that's like 20 years of just sitting. So I'm just very happy that I could get this and I can show it some love, honestly. Like this game, I love Robocon. Not my favorite game ever, but it's like it's one of those ones I've liked it probably close to as long as Wacko downstairs.
Watching you strip perfectly is quite satisfying. No overpainting at all. Har har.
Just be panting. Too. I mean, if this was that kind of channel, I mean, it wouldn't be YouTube, but
No.
Could have some more.
Oh, more of the stuff.
Yeah.
Here's
Enough
the
is
stuff.
never enough of the stuff. Have you ever seen that movie?
Which one?
The
Oh, it's
Stuff.
called The Stuff.
The Stuff, yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's this white stuff. It's kind of like the Blob, and it starts eating people alive from like the inside.
Oh.
It's funny because there's just a family, and you see this kid freaking out. It's like, it's gonna kill you all, and it's like, yeah, and it starts like from the inside. It's been he's 5, I think. One of those old pictures. Yeah, kind of produced thing, but it's so good. So good. I love making movies, so it's like a rip-off of the Blob. I really hope I can get this down to whatever, because I did this once with that cabinet, and I was hoping it was going to be a centipede. I'm like, oh, like, then it turned out to be a, what do you call it, kangaroo. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. But then I accidentally I had one little chip out of the artwork, and instead I'm like, oh well, if I pull it back to this spot, no, I kept peeling and peeling.
Yeah, but it was more.
But this is painted on there, this artwork. So
Yeah.
this, I have less chance of actually damaging it. There might be some scuffs in it, but it's painted on versus this plastic overlay.
Right.
Or whatever Atari was using. It's like they'd use this, you know, just heat stamp this stuff on, I think. On those cabinets. Whereas this is all stencil.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But leave this sit. Probably, I don't know if I'll leave it sit overnight. Because I brought it outside, but I thought maybe the heat would help a little bit. But it's hot enough. But we're using it within the temperatures that says that we should use it.
Yep. There we are.
Any more comments on this?
Nope, not yet. What is?
This is cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were listening to some Ray Comet albums. Got into his shit recently, so it's like very waltzy kind of like orchestra kind of music.
You guys are almost at 350.
Who said that?
Black Sheep.
Actually, yeah, I noticed that. I'm very grateful. The channel's growing very, very slowly. The channel kind of started as like when I was in high school. I was like, alright, let's think of how LGBT people are being treated, and I wasn't quite out of the closet yet. So that was the purpose of the channel then. And then, what, 5-6 years ago, I forgot how long we've lived here, I was like, okay, I want to do an arcade channel, but now it's like, yeah, this is pretty much for everybody, just, you know, this arcade channel, and friends of all sorts and stuff, and very happy to have, you know, everybody here along for the ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this plastic wrap, but they say that works better.
Oh, after putting that on to wrap it.
Yeah. You can, but I don't know if I really want to do that. I'll just scoop off of this and get it down to the parts that we want on here.
Yeah.
Any more easy spots or is it all big stuttering?
Come on, it's fast to see.
What's the guy, the skinny guy with the real teeth and stuff?
Bob Ross?
Bob Ross. I feel like unless professional Bob Ross, like I don't know, I have a passion for this kind of stuff and like feel people, heck, Mike, you and I are learning this shit together,
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily good at this part, but like trying to like show myself how to do it and show you how to do it, kind of learn it together. And it's always nice. And then, Olivia and Jen, kind of, okay, how do we lift the Bearcade project out of a pickup truck,
Yep.
What if it was a mistake to leave the key molding on while we're stripping the thing off of this? Because key molding is going off of this thing too. I would put red if I had red, but I have white. I have black. But I have a ton of white and I have lime green. Why would you even go with the green that's in here? So I was doing Galaga, I think it's blue or green.
Yeah.
Then it was like, I'm just fucking slabbing the side with it. I just didn't want to have like 5 years worth of this shit left over when I'm done with it. Because that's how many more cabinets I want to do this to.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny if I do 10 more of these games after this, Never know how many more games I'll have left, need to refurbish or whatever you would call this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, I'm not a professional at refurbishing these things, but I enjoy getting things working and making sure that, just to preserve some of this history, honestly. I love games, like how young were you when you got your first, you got your SNES? Was your SNES your first?
Yes.
How old were you?
I would have been 96, 95.
You would have been 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents think, at least my dad didn't want me to have video games. I fought fucking hard to get that N64 and a Game Boy, 98, 99. It's probably 2000 or 01 that was actually, it was around 2000, Christmas 2000, I got the N64. Looking back on it, I really wish I really lost my friend here. I think I got a huge pass a little bit later. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, gaming it's been in my blood ever since, you know what I mean? I've always absolutely just adored games, and then when I got to play like some of the old school classics, this Pac-Man, I played the shit out of that on the Atari growing up, my friends had a Atari and a NES, so we played a lot of that. So it's really interesting, being what they call it, a product of the 90s, but I'm just still growing up at 70s and 80s things, and,
Say, wow, that stuff really works.
who said that?
BPD.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm just stealthing this side of this shit. yeah, Geeky, if you want my email, mdogl@aol.com. Just message me on there and just let me know who it is, and we'll get FaceTime or whatever. I wish YouTube had it easier to connect with the people that subscribe.
Yeah, you need that.
They used to have a messenger and then they got rid of it. This was early on though. Yeah, it was one of those text features, and I don't know if they're having people abuse the messaging system on there, so they got rid of it, I'm guessing. Maybe for the head up they put on this side. Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I'm going too aggressive with it on this side. You need more on that side or not?
Depends. That way, I'll see how much I do so far.
Did you do a bunch?
I'd say so. I think perfect, but yeah, you should see some kind of color come out of it.
I think we're gonna not paint over. I think we're gonna clear coat it and after this, and maybe I could use a rub or something to get that. But maybe part of it's just like, no, that's part of the charm of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we need a little bit here or there.
Said I couldn't hear what he said. I think he said something about email.
Oh yeah, Geeky. My email is mdogl, and that's at AOL. If you want to hit me up a message, and I don't know if there's a way that we could figure out that it actually be you, or so nobody would spoof or anything. But yeah.
And he said his husband's mad about someone painting the cabinet.
Well, they turned it into a Tetris. I mean, Robotron to a Tetris, I think it makes sense, because it's a good game. Good game into another good game. But yeah, this artwork's fucking cool. Like,
yeah, it is.
But operators, when games wouldn't make money, they turned it into another game instead of buying a whole nother cabinet. That shit was expensive. That was another, a few $100. So I think it would be a little bit more aggressive down here since that doesn't have the okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend it like that.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear like you and your husband, whoever your name is, that's good to hear, a couple of LGBT people that are also into arcades and stuff, because I don't know. Sometimes, straight or whatever, fine,
Yeah.
whatever, It's Pride Month, and this is my first thing I'm doing Pride Month. Working on this cabinet. I'm not really doing anything like, I might go to Pride, one of them. I wonder if I should get right here more a little bit. I wonder if the other side's starting to bubble more. This side? Yeah. Yeah. I just put that on there so I don't have a crash. Yeah, there's like easier towards the front of the bottom. Probably not near where the logos would be on and stuff. I love when my husband and I go play Dig Dug at the arcade. Yes, and then that's M Dog L. Yeah. Oh, I do love Dig Dug though. Like that cabinet downstairs, I was like, oh, it's not a Dig Dug, it's a kangaroo, but kangaroo is kind of one of those ones that people shit on, and I'm like, it's a perfectly fine game, but you know, I would still say that I like this better than Robotron better than Kangaroo. I suck at Kangaroo or Donkey Kong. Mike loves Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I'm just terrible at it. I gotta put a little bit more towards the top here in this corner.
Yeah.
And then probably down there. But this is so cool though. Is it quite there yet? Oh, it is. Like, do you need the gloves? No. Yeah. But it looks better on the floor. What, my pants? No, I was kidding. That is a bad joke. Because going with the stripping. Nice shirt. Oh, nice shirt. I bet it looks better on the floor. Thank you, Geeky Black Sheep. I mean, I'm kind of chunky underneath this. That too, because I said my pants on the floor. It's like, ha, I love it. Ooh, that'd be funny just to have like a sexy stream, but have like the arcade games in the background and just be like, just all feeling good about myself. That'd be cool. Unless they don't probably steal that idea. Yeah. I wonder if anybody knows a better way of doing this so we don't damage the artwork, but yeah. Hang on. I don't know if I want to move the camera because then I'll get shit all over the stand. Yeah, like it's starting to scrape off on this side, definitely. intended to do 55. We're doing 55 then.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It's like pretty fucking cool. That wow, that's really coming. Wow, this is so cool. I mean, not the most interesting stream ever, but it's like definitely will be cool to, you know, make updates on like how this cabinet, you know, is going.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna leave this sit for a little bit just to, you know,
Yeah.
work its magic a little bit more.
Yeah. Let's check out the stuff we got.
Very good. That happens. Ah, okay. And we're, like I said, we're learning as we go. It's not going to be perfect. It's better than how it looks. It's sad that whoever is like that big scrape in there, even some of the red is bleeding out, you know, from being stripped. But like, it's better to kind of get it down to what it was originally because it's a cool cabinet. How are you going to get the smaller pieces? I think with this, but with this scraper, and I think that's as far as we can go.
Yeah.
God, we've been streaming this for 43 minutes.
I feel like it.
I'll probably like just cut the stream right now just so I can do more of this, and then you know a little bit less to edit then. If I cut it now, and then just take some pictures of it. Around this spot, towards the top middle part after the Williams logo. And I can do this right here a little bit more, and then I don't know if you should this,
That's like sticking to it.
I think I'll put more back on there. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it set for like what, another hour, I think. What time is it right now? Central.
So already 5:48.
Alright. If you don't mind me dropping it off a little bit late.
No, I got nothing to do.
I got shit to do tomorrow too.
Oh, you do or don't?
I can always still drop you off tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I just love how, you know, Mike and I giving them a little bit of backstory, you know. Mike and I have known each other all our lives pretty much.
Yeah. Enough.
Like, we moved into our area like what, first, second grade? Then we started hanging out and like, yeah.
Originally from the
And we're from like kind of like the area that like a little bit over about then.
Yeah, one of the last babies born at the hospital.
Oh yeah. That's kind of interesting because I was born a town over, you know, at one of the big hospitals, but I think my dad might have been born at the same hospital that you were born at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm really trying not to damage all the logos and stuff, but it's like I have to distractions off somehow. And even if there's some black paint left over spots here or there when we're done, as long as it looks almost done, I want to clear coat it. Like, I think that would be cool. Because then it kind of, like how film has grain to it, maybe the cabinets will have.
You want that green?
It's a grain to it, yeah. That's what my thought would be. Because some people are like, people are so worried of either doing a full rusto or,
Yeah.
it's like, how do we do something that's kind of like, kind of a rusto, but like, it's okay, it's preserving the history of the game, but it's not like, it doesn't need to be perfect, and it's, you know what I mean? But I want to make it functional, but not to be original board,
No.
but I'm running a home arcade. I'm not running like a commercial arcade, so I don't think it's as important for me to buy the original boards. As long as it plays right, as long as it plays pretty damn close, and it looks like it's supposed to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like 90 some percent, close to, for instance, with my Space Invaders that has an iMac in it, so I mean, the image is a little bit more flat, with the invaders than it is, but I think my iMac looks, nicer than the monitors that were in those machines back in the day. So I think mine actually looks a little bit better. The only thing I don't have is a green overlay film to make that front green, but everything else is pretty damn close and it has the original planet and all that stuff. So it's, so it feels like the Space Invaders are true. So all my games I try to, even if I can't get them 100%, I try to make sure that they play like they're supposed to, that it's fun to play and enjoyable.
Feeling good.
Yeah,
How you feeling?
feeling good. I'm feeling really happy. Yeah. This is amazing that there's little lines around this. I feel like I'm gonna fight if I'm in that position, man. Yeah, maybe I just bought just enough for this body. Should I get towards the bottom some more on this?
We can have some of the angle of the scrape of the right way.
I think the artwork ends about right there.
Mm-hmm.
So down here I can do a little bit more. Spread this shit. No. This isn't even a late night stream, and I'm using my late night kind of language.
The late night language right there.
Sorry, I'm pretty fucking fast. Oh my god. I wonder if I should
use that in the clip.
You're right? Oh my god. Well, the first couple of, when you start YouTube, it's like, at first, it's like, okay, at first it wasn't farts, it was burps, and I would always have to make all these random cuts, because I'd randomly have these burps that would come out, so in these cuts of these things, I just, I'd make all these jump cuts over all the burps.
Yeah.
Now I'm, farting on live stream, and I'm just, I can't hold that shit in, it's like, alright, whatever, it's like, frustrating.
That's okay, nobody heard it. Says there's no viewers at the moment, so I think you got away with it.
Until somebody watches it and posts or whatever, if somebody gets, 43 minutes in or whatever, I'm trying not to get too much on the red part, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just random shit that I see on there. trying not to get too much of that. This down here, it doesn't matter if we just like go nuts on it, but like I really don't want to damage too far up there. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Keep it a little bit on cabinet.
Yeah, if we can do this, yeah.
Well, I mean, it had a right control scheme. I'd probably put a couple run name on it, but then I've never ran a front end, you know, like
Yeah.
where you can go through a bunch of things and files without having to go separately into each file. Really trying not to damage this, but I feel like it's going to end up damaging some of that underneath there. Right there, we got right down to bare wood. And right there, it's going to either be a black scratch or like completely gone. So it's like, there's no way to, I don't know if there's a perfect way to do this. I wonder what Dell would think of it, what we're doing here. You know, is I just really don't have the money for a full graphic wrap, and I prefer spray, how people stenciled these back in the day instead of like doing a complete, especially with like Miss Pac-Man and stuff like that. I don't think they look quite right. There are some games like Dell did a gapless, you know, to use wrap for, and I think I don't know if you used Joe Sabo. Well, that doesn't sound right. I did him use it, but I used his services to make a marquee for my what do you call that game? Time Crisis.
Ah.
So he made this really wonderful marquee, and now it's like I had it on that machine for years. Now it's just sitting in the basement, and it's a custom size, so it's like nobody else's is this size, so it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But maybe if I can get 2 PlayStation 2s that run again and run that game, and love to have Time Crisis back in the arcade, but it just seemed like I'd set it all up and it'd run all day, and just I don't know, people wouldn't play it as much, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but that game was the most amount of fucking around, besides Space Invaders, so you know, they got kind of cool like cabinet and stuff. Like that cabinet took years to just build on, so it was like at the apartment and
Yeah, I think that'll be fine for now.
And I'm like, yeah, let's stop streaming, and I've left this stream for like probably like 20 more minutes after. Yeah. Well, we're almost at an hour on here. Not right. That is satisfying. I don't know. Shit, if I can just get this. Whatever, I dropped that shit on the ground. Alright, so let's go back over to the other side. Making some progress on this. Wow. Took what off? Oh, so what? So what? That's cool. That's, like I said, it's... Well, and like I was saying with these, like, it's not going to be a complete restore, but it's like we're going to show, like, this is like the history of this machine. Like, this is... So, what year did this... Where did that come out? 82-ish? I think around 82 that Robotron 2084 came out, And then this cabinet must have gotten kitted. Oh jeez, I got this shit all over my arm now. I'll have to take a good shower before I drop you off here and stuff tonight. Ooh, this is cool. Strip, baby, strip. It's cool. Should I go grab the other one? Oh, do you like that size? That size scraper seems perfect, doesn't it?
Kind of.
Good thing. I think the big one's a little bit too floppy.
Yeah.
For my liking. Step in there. I thought it was a dog maybe. I don't know. Is that going up or how are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. Almost got the Williams logo completely on this side. We could at least take the video and do a time lapse out of it.
Yeah, that too.
We'll just speed the speed up on way the hell up. And then I was like, I'm gonna do DVR today. I was like, no, this is priority. This was like, you know, I could tell I was really thinking about doing this stuff. toning up nicely.
That's good.
Even if it's not perfect, it's still like, yeah, start and it's, you know, I never thought I would have like this cabinet.
Yeah.
Never. Like Wacko's a more rare one. That one I'm like, but then like the price on this one was great and yeah. That's that side looking. Is that side further than this side?
Well, oh shit, you okay?
I'm fine. I just didn't know how much clearance I had.
You bumped it. That's all.
I think we leave the other parts a little bit longer.
Down there.
Yeah. I don't know if does that work better to do it sooner or later on this, you think?
I think it come off easier for me when it's still water with it.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I really wonder if I should have took this fucking key molding off. Or if you take that off after you do this. I think if we wanted to keep the key molding, I would have to go to take it off and then put it back on. But key mold.
Yeah.
Because I say, well, I got a rubber mallet. I can pound in some new one. New key molding on that too. Even if we have the control panel rod real tight, I'm probably going to tear all that off because it's so torn in the front on this. And it's not worth keeping that. How damaged that is. You know. It cracked a couple of times too. So, yeah. Nice, Mike. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more on and just work through it a little bit. Yeah, if I do turn this into this cabinet, and you have to run it off of, main or whatever. Alright. What I was going to say, hopefully I didn't. Main my pants. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get that. On that side.
Great stuff. Like, I'm not that this all goes deep together.
Yeah. And then I'll start smearing the black around.
Whoever converted this to a GoPro job, not the best looking conversion ever, but
Yeah.
I mean most of this is still intact underneath, right? So really. It's been a long while. Yeah. Like, are your hands good?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have you quit off on here. And
20%.
sounds good. Alright, let's click on there and we're gonna say
want me to
see you
click?
later.
Right
yeah,
here?
the X up
Oh, the
there.
X. Whoops. Oh, sorry. I'll go back. Bye. Later.
Bye.
Oops, I was covering your face. Didn't mean to do that. The X?
Yeah.